What's going on, Gary?
Baron just jamming out. That's all.
We are back. We are back, Gary. Oh my
We
goodness,
are
we are back.
back.
We got a guest tonight. I cannot wait. Holy cow!
I I rolled back into our contact time frame
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we
yeah.
when we first reached out to this fella. That's
You mean the first time, or the second time, or the
the
third time?
first time.
The
The
first time.
first
Okay.
time. You remember what month that was?
I do not. What month was that?
February.
February. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's come
Uh,
around. He's come around.
he
It's good stuff.
he's a busy fella.
He is a busy guy. I mean, he's, you know, paint and body guy. He's a drag racer. He's motocross guy. He does it all.
He's a
One
busy
stop shop.
dad.
Yeah, Dad. There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
I saw Matt Ray on first.
You see Matt Ray?
Matt Ray watching Jim Lauer. There's Jim. He says, "Hi guys."
What's up, Jim?
Jim Lauer. I'm gonna turn on the little comment roller underneath your Ford emblem there.
There you go.
Forgot about that. Yeah,
Get it
man.
up there. Get
We
it up there.
we took last week off, the fourth
We did.
weekend. There's
Yep.
Matt. Bow bow.
Pow, pow. Yes.
Yep. Had a nice long weekend. A little extra time off from work.
Oh, yeah. That's always nice.
Went to Troy's and had a good time. Good
Oh,
food.
yeah.
And good. They always go super hardcore on the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nothing
Yes.
but a good time.
it was fun. Got some burgers and hot dogs and some good eats. Always good eats at Troy's.
And fireworks. Good time.
Fireworks. Yep. Doug Perry. Hi guys. Hey Doug.
I got all my fingers and toes.
Same.
Yep.
Oh, Larry Hunt says, "What's up?"
What's up?
I feel like yeah. Troy says nobody lost any fingers too.
That's it.
I feel like that night I could predict the future when I was sitting beside you.
Oh, I know where that one came over.
Yeah, it's right there where our feet was at in the grass.
I remember that.
Like, Matt, come on, Casey, let's move. I think we're a little too close, and move to the garage door opening. It's like, oh, we can't see real good. Let's move over there. And man, it wasn't too far into it, and kapow, one headed for the over there beside you.
Sure did. Man alive.
Let's see. Yeah, Larry Hunt says, "Are you guys coming to Hot Summer Nights at Mocan?"
Hot summer nights.
That-
I'm looking on the
that is-
schedule. Is that in August, right?
Yeah, that's August 1st, 2nd, the first weekend of August.
Okay.
Yep.
It's the weekend right before the Titans, it sounds like.
Yeah, and that's your weekend between your
Yeah.
trip and and that.
All
So
that. Yeah, it'll be tight.
You-
It'll be tight.
you can answer that.
I know. I'll have to circle back on you with you, Larry. Anything's possible. It actually might be a good time to go test there, Gary.
Right.
Is that B Wise?
There's B Wise. What's up, Brian?
B Wise? What's up, Brian? On YouTube?
And Brian Shannon and the puppy dog.
Oh yeah, Maverick.
Look at there.
My man,
Goose is watching.
Heck yeah, Goose.
What's up,
You know,
Mr.
is
Goose?
ready. He's got them guys working on the trailer. They got that car ready. They're out there working on the trailer, brakes, wheel bearings, seals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little maintenance. That's right. Yeah.
Good idea.
Heck yeah, it is a good idea.
Yep.
Troy talking about his fireworks. He says, "But did you die?" I did not.
Yeah,
And,
that's true. Yep.
He says there's still a small crater in the
When
yard.
that sucker came over. Yeah, absolutely. Probably twisted your ankle in that thing.
That would have been a crater in our head or my feet.
That's right.
It was right beside you, pretty much.
Yep. Man, back to back.
Golly, Larry says Hot Summer Nights, then Oklahoma City for Titans, then 10,000 to win at Ozark the following week, 15th and 16th. August is going to be busy. August is super hot, too.
Super hot, super busy. Man, yeah, I see that 10,000 to win on the 16th. That's awesome.
Yeah, busy.
Busy.
We're in the back half of the year, and it's going to fly.
It is, man. Next thing you know, we're going to be staying there at PRI.
Oh man, I know it'll come fast.
I know.
There's Shannon. Hi guys. Hey Shannon.
Hey, Shannon and Maverick.
Yeah, did you see that picture Brian sent? He says, I gave you guys a sneak peek and Troy's hole is still empty. But isn't there a change on the way?
I think he's got a tracking number. He's talking about first of this week. He should have an engine.
Check, look at Michael Narks. He says, don't start talking about PRI.
Michael's like, it's the November or December 11th through the 13th. It's too early.
Hey,
we're gonna get speaking of, Gavin got them hotels.
Yes, they're locked in. We got home from PRI on Saturday afternoon, evening, and we started talking about PRI on Sunday.
Oh, I know, man. I know.
Right? That's how it goes.
That is how it goes. That's awesome.
I'm ready to go. Thanks for chiming in, Michael. No, he's a busy guy.
Oh, yeah.
There's Devin Brown. What's up, fellas?
Devin, good to see you. Hopefully you're up kind of, walking around a little bit. Hopefully things are going well for you.
Yep. His wife have to take care of Devin and the baby.
Well, she was doing that even before the surgery.
Right.
Now Devin has a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
She got 2 redheaded kids, right?
Yes. Yep, she does. Oh, man. I feel like I'm just kind of lost over here. Just been busy, man. Busy.
Yeah. See, Devin agrees.
Yep. So true.
So true.
Andrew Lovett. What's up, guys? Hey, Andrew.
I seen you guys are playing with the pumpkin.
I seen his dad made a post about that today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Get right in.
Does that mean Andrew's car is all buttoned up and ready to rock?
Oh, it probably does. It probably does. He was probably getting ready to go do some back of the track before the big rainstorm came in.
Yeah, they called that right, didn't they, man? It rained.
Yeah, they are. They are 100% correct on calls this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just the timing. It could rain Monday through Thursday, but it has to rain on the weekends.
Yeah, I know it.
Hey, Michael Nark says, we're talking about PRI here. We got a 10 by 20 booth this year. Going to be awesome. Hashtag casting couch.
Okay.
Come see Drag Drive Repeat in booth 4611.
Oh, my goodness. That's going to be awesome, man. He's going to have guests in there doing that. That is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they had a booth last year. I don't remember if we made it by there or if there was any activity when we come by. I don't remember.
Yeah, right on.
But yeah, we'll have to make it a point to slip in there and see you guys. Yeah, Andrew says the engine is in the car thanks to Troy Aves, and man, I wish, but my converter was way too loose. We'll have it back Tuesday. Cool.
Okay, there you go.
Got plenty of time.
Yeah. Troy over there turning wrenches or something?
He's got to remember how to do it. It's been a while.
Exactly. It's been a minute, It's been a minute.
Yes. Did you get your yard mowed?
Oh, yeah. We got it all ready because I'm going to be needing you or Tiffany to come over next week and do that while I'm gone.
You don't want me to do it. Nope.
Woo!
Devin says surgery went well. Took much longer than expected, but feeling pretty good. Good to hear. Good news.
It's good to hear. I wonder if Devin got us a little bell. He rings.
I was thinking the same.
Hey, fluff my pillow. And
rub my back.
Yeah, rub my back. I need some. Give me a little water. And I bet he does. We'll see. I don't know. I have to ask him.
He does that, and while he's sleeping at night, his wife might put a shock collar on him.
Oh yeah.
Ding. Quit that. Quit it. Yeah, Larry says he was looking at the radar Saturday morning around Arc City. It went from nothing to exploding with storms.
Yeah, it sure did. A couple inches of rain, man. Even down in Oklahoma City area, there was some flash flooding, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, there's John Ketch. Hey, fellas. What's up, John Ketch?
Devin Brown. Yeah. 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 Woo.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Cool.
Cool.
You, man. I'll let you spill the excitement, but
Yeah, sure. Hey, did you get those toolboxes gone? What's going on?
no, I didn't, man. There's one right there. I can't get rid of them stupid things.
Come
You see,
get
there's
you a
one.
toolbox.
There's one right there in front of the
I
golf
see it.
cart, this little top one, and the
Yep.
other one is right there.
Yep.
Man,
I see it.
I thought I priced them right where they would go really fast,
You
and
think?
did
You
not.
think? Yep.
Michael Narks, John Ketch, the second quickest car at the Circuit 2025. Nice.
Nice. I see Paget.
There's Chris. What's up? What's up, Chris?
Yep. You had a special guest drop by yesterday. You guys
Did.
trade some welding stories or anything while you were there?
Yes, Chris Stewart stopped by. He had to do some shopping at not Home Depot, Menards.
Yeah.
There's no Menards down there where he's from, and he's working on his house, and
Right.
he needed some I forget what kind of lumber he needed, but he had to get it
Cedar,
from Menards.
probably.
Come up to get it in his trailer, and
Yeah. You said you
his-
spent $3,500 and got 4 pieces of wood.
got four bent, splintered pieces of wood.
Waving at you.
Man, come from the crooked tree. That's crazy.
The
with
way
that
the wind blowing in Kansas right now, all the lumber's crooked.
Oh.
You know?
No kidding. They're all going to be crooked trees. Yeah, it's cool to see Chris. He stopped by. We hung out for a few hours, and he checked out your car. He was digging it. Your car was still here.
Cool. I thought
Yep.
maybe you brought him over to do some inspection or something. I didn't know what was going on.
Well, we was going to take it out for a spin, but
Yeah.
it was raining, so we thought better not.
Right. Yeah. No, it all worked.
Rain and radials don't work.
No.
We go blast it up and down 119th.
There you go. Go take down to Troy Weens there.
That's right. He's just down the road.
Yeah. See, Matt Ray's got it.
Matt says Tanner needs some more toolboxes.
There you go.
And somebody does. Come and get them.
Get them.
Bring $100 bill and take them both home.
Man, look at all those fancy boxes over there. Clear out some space.
There's some space out. Well, where do you want to rock on to start here?
Yeah, start it out. They canceled that drag and drive, the back of the track, excuse me.
Yep, I'm just looking at this here. It's rescheduled for July 26th. So that is what? 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep, not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after.
There you go.
It looks like
go ahead.
it looks like the same stuff applies. Like it still says gates open at 6, racing at 9. So
Yeah.
sounds like everything is the same, just the date changed for 2 weeks down the road.
Yeah.
So prepare and plan for that.
And Harper went live the other night. I think it was Thursday night. It was kind of just explaining everything, what they're going to do, how they're going to set it up. It sounded like a cool little event there. Pour your own flashlight, camera at the end, camera on the crack. So sounds good. See what happens.
Yep. Pretty standard stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Here's Julie, my sister-in-law, Julie, Tiffany's sister. She says hello to my favorite brother-in-law.
Favorite.
She will be here with us next weekend, hanging out for a weekend.
Are you her favorite or only brother-in-law?
I think I apply to both. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's by default, right?
Yeah. Pass around.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So this is the rescheduled no prep.
Yeah.
And I told you about the picture mess I got over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if it takes me a minute to find something, it's because I have to. It's because I have to find it. It's not in order no more. StreamYard messed this up, and I didn't find out until I was all loaded up.
Yeah.
And since I'm looking at this here, we've been keeping our eye on our buddy Shote.
Yep.
He had this post here working on the block Heinlein Diesel that does his stuff.
Yeah.
They had this was a video I snapped this from, but they're working on the block here. It's the CHE bushings going in. He had a engine a failure
Yeah.
the same weekend that you had trouble.
Yeah.
And you already had something pretty much on the stand, and he's got pieces rocking to go back together. So he's looking good.
He is looking good.
Yeah, Heinlein's making short work of pressing the bushings in. He says, in the Dart Block 2500 horsepower, here we come.
Woo! All of it.
Jeepers.
Here we come. Part of that
Yeah.
Team LS show. Show me
Woo!
on the OS 8.5 there.
Yes. Yeah, and one of these videos showed the machine pressing down.
Yeah.
Pushing that bushing in. It says getting ready for bronze bushings and the Jessel lifters.
Okay. I wonder if that's the same setup you got.
I believe so. Jessel lifter.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Here's Doug Perry says, Rodney, you can come test at US 36 Raceway small tire race, 10,000 to win. The track is all concrete now.
Man, US
It's-
36.
Isn't July 25th, 26th? Well, that's next weekend. Right? Oh, the weekend after. Yeah. The one after.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be that's a big money race.
It is a big money race.
Okay, I know there was 3 pieces to the shoat deal, and I found the third here.
Okay.
This is
Yeah, I know
sucks.
your library.
Oh man,
There you go. That was today you put this out.
yeah. Heinlein's diesel machine got the block machined for the Jessel belt drive. You can the picture on the right looks like it's machined out. The one on the left was probably showing some fitment. We're down to the final stretch now. Assembly this week. Bam!
Man, they're making short work of this motor, Gary.
They are.
They are making
It
short
happened.
work of this motor.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a nice piece too.
Yeah.
It's
Dark
almost,
iron, dark block.
yeah, super nice setup there. It's almost like, it's, I don't know, like Team LS versus, Team Ford or something. I don't know. Just, man,
I don't know.
That's good
That's
stuff. That's interesting. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Nothing like that probably exists anyway.
No.
Who would have teams like that and whatever?
I know, right?
Silly idea.
Silly idea. But no, he's making short work of this deal. It's super nice.
Yep.
Super nice.
Yeah. That'll be a cool piece.
Yeah.
Look out. You guys there's 4 of you tied in first,
Yep.
halfway through the Titans, right?
Yep. It's Shoat, Ray, it's Spaniak and myself, and then Foreman's 1 point under, so he's
Man.
right there as well,
Pretty much 5 of you right there.
Yeah, right there.
Woo,
Got 3 races to go.
man. Yeah, it'll be those last 3 will be exciting with Noble, kind of the weird one with it's gonna be hot and kind of crummy, and then get into September at Tulsa will be pretty awesome. Then October at Ozark.
That's
Be
it.
cool.
Woo! It's gonna be good.
That's mid-October, 17, 18.
Yep.
No, 3rd and 4th.
Third
I
and
was
fourth.
looking
Tight.
early October. Yeah,
You were looking at the Hooktober there.
I was.
Yeah.
I got stuff written on my calendar and
Yeah.
I just went right to that and misspoke. I got a little picture of my stuff the other day.
Cool.
Actually, it's been a little while because we didn't have a show last week, but
Right on.
I got a picture of some scrap piles here.
You losing weight over there?
Losing some weight. That's the idea here. That's 2 piles of some steel tubs that I built back in like 2011.
Right on.
An old shock bar that wasn't counted into the weight because there's a new shock attachment being done, that's in the works already. I talked to Keith today, and he's in the process of fitting the new tubs. So It's got all the old junk cut out. This was 48 pounds and some change. He said it's probably it'll be a touch over 50 total probably coming out,
Yeah.
and hardly any going back in.
Nah.
So, man,
That's
and
awesome.
I'll still have a heavy car, so don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
I'll still have a 3,000 plus pound car. It'll probably weigh 3,100. I'm gonna guess.
Right on.
That's better than the 34 that it used to be. So man,
Oh man, it's gonna be cool.
I'll take it. Whatever. It all adds up. Whatever you can take, whatever you can get.
That's it. That's it.
Let me make sure, because I think we're about ready to. Yeah, you're the only thing that's left.
Okay, let's talk about it.
All right.
Yeah. We took the car. Go ahead. We took the car over to Putnam Performance. You know that guy, Gary Putnam?
I know that guy.
Yep. And we had to get that intake tube ready. We were going to flip the little hat there so it have to run a short tube, but the hood wouldn't close. So we had to go to Plan B and go back through the firewall there, just like that. So you see, Gary. This is over at Gary's house there. We ran that tube in. It was about 2 inches taller, this intake little elbow setup, and so we had to come at a different angle, and then also remake the closeout panel because it was a little higher up. And dude, it turned out great, man. Gary just do great work. Got it in and out in days, and
wasn't really in a time crunch, but kind of in a time crunch. Like,
sure.
I know your goal was you wanted a certain thing to happen before you had to leave town.
Yeah.
And so I did what I could over here to fulfill that. And
oh yeah,
boom.
Yeah, dude, it looks good. It turned out great. Turned out real good. The way it comes in there on that firewall, that looks really nice.
Yeah, and it just barely pokes under the top of that stock cowl piece.
Oh yeah, it looks beautiful. And a quick story too, while this little project was going on in the garage, Gary had a little project going on inside in the bathroom. So there was a guy that came over, and he's in there fixing things in the bathroom, and we're out.
Went in no direction.
we're out looking at this, and Gary's mocking all this stuff up. So you see this picture right here, and the guy, he brings all of his saws and his hammer and all of his equipment out from all that work he did in the bathroom, and he's looking at the car, and he's like, "Man, did you weld that?" And Gary's like, "Yeah, no, I welded that." And he's like, "You made that piece?" "Yeah, no, I made that piece." "Man, you ought to think about doing that for a living. You ought to weld for a living." "All right, well, I'll take you up on that." "All right, good day. See you later." Big gulps. Good stuff.
I think he had a career idea for me.
He did, man. Look at all those dimes laid out there. Nice.
Yeah, that's fun stuff to do. I enjoy doing that stuff.
Heck,
I like it.
Come on now.
And I got a YouTube video that's going to drop. I forget what day.
That's going to be awesome.
Man, that started at 118 minutes. I told you it'd be long.
Yeah.
And I went chop, 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 chop.
Yeah.
I think I got it down to 47.
That's still pretty long.
But I'm like, God, I would at least like to have it under 60 minutes. And I knew there'd be a bunch of stuff that was just unnecessary. And so I started chopping and editing, and it was like, okay, it's under 60 minutes. And as I got further along, it came down to like 47 minutes and whatever seconds. But
you kind of give some of your secrets, how you use the cardboard and all that in your video?
That's some of it I left out because I've got that. I've got that video out there where I use that stuff.
Yeah.
I was looking right here on the July 14th, whenever that is. Oh, that's tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow night. So
Monday night.
Yeah.
Right on. I'll be waiting for it.
Yep. It's got enough in it that, I mean, it's hard. It's doing that. It's hard to leave this in, take this out. This is good. This is not. Sure. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm so not good at that I don't know what once I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Chris Stewart buy it off? He say it was okay?
Yeah, he stamped it off. He said it's good enough for a Ford.
Okay. I know it. I know it. He's got
Good
that big
enough. Yes.
Yep.
Here it is back at your place. You got the pieces cleaned up and painted up.
Yeah. So yeah, the closeout panels are in, and this is right before I hit the starter.
Woo, man.
Yeah, this is right before I hit the starter. So it's all in there, ready to go. And so I wanted to get it done before I went on my trip, so it all worked out, you know. And,
Yeah.
Or I wanted oil pressure before I went on my trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
So you're a big part of that. I mean, you know, working the weekends, nights at your house, you know, after your work and knocking that out. Because I know that was like end up being 2 tubes, but wasn't that about? I think I counted like 7 pieces. You know what I mean? Of the that you made to make. There's like 1 tube that's got 4 pieces in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that space under the cowl was weird because this tubes, they didn't line up. One was like this, one was like this, and it's a short space, and it made it a little challenging, but that's part of the fun too.
Yeah. No, you do great work, man. I appreciate it. And we talked about it a little bit. I'm going to post on Facebook too. I got some extra tubing now. I mean, but I'd rather it be that way because it ended up being we didn't need all the tube because that, you know how it goes. You're sitting there, you need one more piece, and it's Saturday night, you know, and how you gonna get that done?
Yeah. Oh, there's Chris right there.
Yeah, he's talking about you.
He says that intake tube turned out sweet. I don't care what Gary says. Thanks, Chris. and Rod. Thanks, Chris and Rod.
Oh, it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary, Chris is talking about, Gary Putnam's over here, and he's like, well, I give that well like an 8. You know what I mean? To you, it's a 12, but like, you know, for me, it's, you know, I was like,
8 would be a stretch. 8 would be stretching it on.
Yeah. Okay, would be a stretch. Yeah.
Man.
I've done better. But,
like, you know. Rodney's going to powder coat this. It's going to make it look real good.
Fine. It'll be fine.
It'll make it look way better.
Cool.
Yeah. So did you get oil pressure?
Yeah, we got it over here this morning and got it unloaded and from last night, and I just kind of looked it over and yeah, that's what Troy said. Troy said he had about 500 pie cuts in there, and that would have worked it out. Yeah.
There's no pie cuts there, Troy.
Yeah.
But there's one that's across the tube a little bit, but it's the very first one because it's a little bigger opening, but
right on.
It's good. It had to be that way. It's good.
It looks great. And then what's nice about that car too is that dash comes out with those 2 Zeuses, and so you're just like right in the firewall, you know, on the inside. So it makes it real nice. I pulled the dash out before you got it, and we made sure all the electronics were unhooked. And man, you made nice work out of that. But yeah, I got it unloaded this morning, put it up on the lift, and just kind of looked it over, and you know, just said a little prayer and hit the start button, and so we got oil pressure. So I was super excited about that. And you want to? What's he saying? Oh yeah, Chris.
Yeah, he said his Nova was plumbed the same way. I like it.
Oh,
where it comes from inside the cowl.
Out back in. Well, I'm in, big boy territory now, like Stewie. 4,500.
It's Pro Mod intake.
Yeah, it's golly big block Chevy stuff here. But seriously, I'm going to tell you something after you show this video.
Well, talking about big block power. I told you I had to take the elbow off, and I did whatever. And you're like, did you look at the size of that hole in that runner?
I know, man.
No, I didn't. I didn't look in there. I didn't want to see that.
Oh my goodness, man!
I don't want to fall in there. Jeez.
I know it's not a fancy smancy Sean's intake like you got, but it's
well. If it was, we could have took the tube from the front in instead of
that's true.
We could have got a new hood, a shorter hood.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you get that ordered up right now.
Oh man, golly.
Yeah, so if we want to hear what it sounds like,
we
got that. All right, here we go. Man.
Woo! Man, and
Man.
it sounds like the 400 too. You know, it's got that chop to it out to the side, like we were hoping for. I mean, it's the identical same camshaft, so it should.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just surprised. You know, when you're putting it together, there's 1,000 pieces that hold these things together, and it's like you're like thinking to myself, did I put the cam sync in right? Did I, it was all, on the valve train. I had to prime up the fuel. Of course, I primed the oil, and yeah, and so it's pretty cool. I learned something too on the T&D shaft rockers. Like the Jessel, the oil comes out the top, out of the push rod, but the T&Ds have these internal holes where it drips on the spring and everything. And so I learned a little bit of something on that too, but that was cool.
Yep. Right
had to call Mark at 7 p.m. one night. Hey, what's going on?
Help. Where's my oil?
Yeah. So cool.
Doug Perry says it sounds good, Rodney.
Oh, appreciate it, Doug.
Jim Lowry says it sounds good.
Oh, appreciate it. I'm super excited to have oil pressure back and excited for this deal. Probably maybe get in a shake or two before the Titans race in Noble and yeah, at the same time too, I took the 400 apart. It did spun a rod and it spun number 3 and took that rod out. There's 500 pieces inside the oil pan, but
you mean welder back up?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it over. The block is good. I mean, I need to, take a little tool to it and smooth some of it out, but it ain't cracked or nothing. Same with the crankshaft. Mark thinks it can be fixable if it's not cracked. Of course, it'll need rods, pistons, that sort of thing. But I'm on the fence now. I might just build a short block for this one instead of a whole nother motor. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's right, Matt Ray. You ain't lying. And Gary and I were talking about that offline, just like how, because it's got a little bit more compression, it's got a little bit more cubic inches, but these cylinder heads or intake is like a coffee stir stick next to a McDonald's straw. You know what I mean? It's just so much different, and we'll see how it likes it.
Yep. See how it performs pretty soon. Yeah.
So I want to tell you a fun fact. You ready for this?
Yeah, sure.
Talked about this on the pre-show. Guess where we were? I'm pretty sure I'm right. Guess where we were a year ago today?
Picking this motor up from Kansas City. Really, that day? Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, as far as the date, but it was a Saturday last year. Right?
Yes. It was a Saturday last year. The only reason I remember it is because that's the day Trump got shot.
Yeah, that's right.
And so maybe it was yesterday. Was it today?
Probably the same number date, but
yeah.
But it was on a Saturday.
It's just interesting. I got it here, and of course the motor sat in my shop for a while. Before we did anything with it, because I was still racing that 400. And then I just, all right, let's go ahead and do this deal, turn into a turbo deal. And, but yeah, it was just crazy. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this thing will do. I mean, hell, you just saw Shote what he's doing. I got to keep up with the Joneses here. You know what I mean? With you, and we got Ray Carson coming in. We got Spaniak, Rich Frost. Who else is going to join in? Corey Anderson. What about Tyler in that blue coupe that was at Arc City?
Yep, Tyler Robinson. Yep,
Tyler Robertson. And then,
you need to make 2,501 horsepowers.
Apparently. Holy cow. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm excited to get it in. You sleep better when you have oil pressure.
Yeah, well, good job to you on getting it in the car, getting it. We made a plan to get it here. I didn't want to be the holdup. I knew what your plans and goals was in X time frame. So, good job. That's it. I think we're ready to go racing almost.
I think you're right. Do a couple spool ups. We'll get it going.
Yes. What do we got here? Matt says at least they all have heavy doors too, Rodney.
There you go. That's it. That's limited.
Joseph Thomas, here's Joseph. Get her done. Time to go racing.
You got that right. Yeah. And Joseph's been helping us as well. I need a tag garage built. I just realized.
That's right. Yeah, don't forget to do that.
Yeah, don't say anything, Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph.
But
You
yeah,
hush over here.
he's been helping us as well. But super appreciate him.
Yes, he's a good go-to guy for the parts. That's all we got there
Cool.
that I can see. Unless I'm missing something. I think it's good.
You're about right.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we got a. What's that?
No, I'm just still laughing at this.
The StreamYard deal. Oh
this picture mess.
Yeah.
Just
no, it's all good. But I'm excited to bring Jason in.
Hey, it was the picture mess, and then the new welding helmet I bought for my son. It's in the trash can right now.
Is it really? I saw it back there in the back of the bench yesterday.
Note to everybody that wants to buy a $30 welding helmet off of Amazon: don't do it.
Is that right?
Oh, man.
Do it, huh?
Don't do it.
Holy
So,
cow.
yeah, you pretty much bought my son a new welding helmet today.
Oh, okay. I got you. I know what that means. Yeah.
I was like, well, I went from this side to way over here to something I know.
Well, if I bought it, or because I know how much I paid, that's a pretty nice helmet, I think. I don't know what helmets cost, but
it is. And I told my son, I was like, I got a new one coming. It's like what I have at work. So I may trade it out and put the new one at work and bring the one at work home.
There you go.
I'll figure it out. It'll be here at the end of the week.
There you go.
Just, man, we was doing our thing and kicking butt, and this thing wouldn't stay dark. It'd flash him and whatever. And I said, man, do that too many times, and he's going to hate it. He may even hate welding at doing that. That might ruin a guy right now.
Absolutely.
So I
might get a doctor bill out of that deal.
Yeah, I told him it's really bad when you burn your eyes doing that. So it went right in the trash.
There you go. Well, I saw it back there on the bench last night.
Oh, yeah. It's nice looking.
Yeah, it looked great. I was like, oh, there's a new helmet.
Yeah, no, it's in the trash.
But thanks, man. Thanks for helping me load this up. And
yep, you're welcome. Thanks for letting me be a part of your team and your crew here. So,
oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
You ready to have some fun with Mr. Jason Flowers?
Heavy on the Mister too.
Woo!
Man, we're gonna have an autograph session coming up here after we get him on here. This is awesome.
He'll be lined up down the street.
Yeah. Hey, you know why Jason's Flowers car is so fast?
Probably got one of them Ford motors in it. Is that right?
Right, because it's got a Ford in it.
Because it's got a Ford in it.
Mm-hmm. You've seen that little video, right? Where that guy does that? Yeah. Who was that? You know that guy. Who was that?
Was that old man Hoskinson?
Old man Hoskinson. That's right. That Mustang going to burn out.
That's got a Ford in it.
It's got a Ford in it. Yeah.
Let's, for 3 seconds here before we bring on Jason, let's shout out these awesome partners.
Cool.
Mid-America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Mobile Recon, Mobile Detailing, Titans of 10.5, the fastest small tire series in the Midwest, Sandland Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, and Harry Street Carpet. Thank you to these awesome partners for being partners with us in 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, Gary.
Yes.
Man, I can't believe it's already at the 40-minute mark. We went too long there. We got old poor Jason sitting in the locker room there in the studio. Daggone it.
Well, let's grab him up here. Let's go. What's up, Jason?
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy? I like that background there. You got some good pictures there.
Yeah.
That's Carl Scott.
Legend. Yeah. Clint Sadowski.
Yep.
Oh, Clint. Yeah, hell yeah. Man, all the players.
Mm-hmm. What is the is that an XFI box on the wall?
Right.
There's got to be a story behind that.
There's got to be.
That's for Troy Aves.
Oh, is that for Troy Aves? Okay. That's not an inside joke there?
Yes.
All right.
He's a pro mod racer with a Haltech.
Yeah, he is. He's Haltechin'. Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Man.
Nice.
Well, man.
Oh, man. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Oh, what's Troy saying?
Oh, Troy says still playing Oregon Trail on that thing.
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
it's working.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris Stewart says, "Oh boy, Clint, he's Team Fuel Tech now."
Yeah. Cool. You can put her in there. Cool. Yeah. Oh,
Shannon
there's-
White says, "Hi, Jason."
Hi, Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Jason. Like Gary was saying earlier, we kind of hit you up a few months back, and I know you were busy, but it all worked out this time, and we got some great pictures that Jason sent over to Gary, and like you heard Gary say earlier, he's having to work a little extra harder getting those pictures lined out because of the way StreamYard redid their folder this week, but they'll get that figured out as well. So that's all right. All right.
This might go in the trash too.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Might
But,
end up like this welding
oh,
helmet.
that welding helmet. Your lens is broke there. What's going on? You'll take your fly swatter to it.
Right where it belongs.
There you go. Oh, man.
Oh man.
Oh, man. You got some good conversation going here. Joseph and Thomas Henderson.
Joseph Thomas says, Jeff Harper, it's 10,000 to win no matter whose wheels you got. But if you got race stars on all four and win small tire, you can win an additional 10. Whoa, 10 grand.
Man.
Holy moly.
Where's Tim Purdue at here? Well, how much you get if you got well wheels? You know what I mean?
Oh, so that comment came up here, Jeff, earlier said Doug Perry only good if running race star wheels.
Okay. We missed that earlier.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Thomas Hendrickson says, why is Carl so salty about getting gapped by all these small tire turbo cars? Yeah. Kurt says we are still Holly Tech here in Kansas. That's right.
That's right. Holly Tech
Holly
for
Tech for the
win.
win. So Tony Whitmore says fastest small block Ford true streeter around for now, he says.
Oh, for now. Ooh, what's going on?
Dang.
What's going on there? For now, what does that mean? Tony,
That
doing
sounds like a call out.
it does, man. Yeah. Oh, is Chris Stewart, Page, and Carl Scott?
I think so.
Yeah. See his. I heard he's setting on some flat tires. Did you see that going back and forth this week? Oh, Flowers told him he's setting on some flat tires. You need to get some tires aired up. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's funny. Man. Anyway, Jason, you know how we do it. We start all the way to the left, talk about cars you had coming up. You had a lot of nice builds. We kind of talked about it on the phone earlier this week, how, you were racing hard and heavy in those, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years. And then that's when we kind of met. You had the Chevelle, but we're gonna talk through all about that. Man, you're just getting all the comments here. What's Troy saying?
Troy says, hell, I think Jason retired Carl and Nova with his current car.
Oh, man.
Bam, bam.
Boom. He said, go buy a sandrail. Get out of here. Oh, my goodness.
That's good stuff.
Woo. That's funny.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome. So you ready to kick it off, Gary? You want to talk to Jason a little bit? I know it's going to be a little harder to get the pictures, but that's okay.
That's right. I'm kind of deleting them as I go, so I don't have to look at them twice.
I know which one's what.
Yeah.
So Jason is talking through it. Were you always into cars and the motorcycles? Let's talk about coming up. Like, did you get influenced by, friends, family, uncle, dad, whatever back in the day? Like, what was your
Carl?
Yeah, I've always been into things that had motors. motorcycles first, and then it led to cars later on. And I had some uncles that were mechanics and got me involved, and it just kind of took off from there and never stopped.
Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. What was your first build?
When I was 13, I started building a 64 Chevrolet pickup that I worked on until I was 16, and I drove it when I was 16 till I was about 18. And
Awesome.
then I think I bought some other things to build on after that.
Yeah. So did you get your driver's license in that truck and all that?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right on. And give us a little rundown about that, just the powertrain and that sort of thing.
So my dad had a 69 Impala that he had crashed, and he let me have the engine and transmission out of it, which was a 327 and a 350 turbo, and basically just threw a cam in it and threw it in the truck and drove it like that.
Okay.
Cool.
Very cool. Did you ever go out and kind of, see how fast it was on the side streets or anything like that? Race anybody or just take it out full throttle?
Oh yeah, all the time.
What time frame was this in that this is happening year wise?
96. For anywhere, I started building it when I was not in 93 and started driving it in 96.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of just grew up in that Oklahoma area, kind of where you're from now still? Is that where you kind of grew up and came up and all that?
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. What would you call your hometown racetrack right now? Say, go ahead.
Arc City.
Arc
City, I would say, would be
Yeah, good. Yeah. So whatever happened to the truck?
Sold it, bought it back, sold it, bought it back, and I have no idea where it's at now.
Sold it,
Just a broke kid trying to have a hot rod.
Yeah.
The work you was doing on the truck with the engine swap and all that kind of stuff, did anybody help you, friends or your dad or anybody, or just do it all yourself?
I had an uncle that helped me quite a bit on that whole build with the body work and the drivetrain.
Oh, wow.
Everything, yeah.
Right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is that where you kind of cut your teeth on the paint?
That's where I started learning. That's correct.
Yeah, right on. Did you? Sorry, Gary.
No, what was your question, Rod? Was it about body work?
I was just going to say, did you go to school for paint, body, and all that? Because that's what you do now for a living, right?
Yeah, I did. Correct. Yeah. When I was 16, started Votech. Didn't learn a whole lot there, and then started in a shop in 97 when I was 17, and pretty much been doing it ever since.
Yeah. Well, I'll see those videos you do on Facebook, and it's just fantastic. And and the way you took Varley's Mustang and just painted it that black and then blue like that looked really good.
He knew that was coming.
You just had to bring that up, didn't you?
Yeah, that was Troy Hayes. I just got some money. All right, that's what that was. I just got paid. So
was that a bet? Was that a bet or a double dog dare?
That was a bet. Yeah.
Is that gonna pay up at work tomorrow?
Yes, it will. So, see, he knows.
There he is.
Yeah.
Thomas is laughing.
Sorry about that. I had to go in there. Just when it felt
I had to
right.
change that color up quick.
Oh,
very cool. Well, let's keep it to the left here. So after you got the truck, what was your next kind of hot rod?
I bought a V8 S10 back when Auto Trader was a thing. I found it on there for $2,500. Brought it home and just started building on that and learning a lot from that as well.
Right on.
Was it blue?
Uh-oh.
Was it blue?
It was blue.
I seen it on your Facebook page. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Now, did you take that one down the racetrack, or what was your first car you took down the racetrack?
Yeah, that was probably the first one that I took down the racetrack. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of times were you turning?
I think low 12s at that
Dang,
time.
Dang, you're good.
pretty good. Is that an all
Where
motor deal, or
What's that?
was that an all motor deal, or did you have a little nitrous, or?
Yes. Yeah, it was all motor.
Dang, that's rolling.
where'd you go? Would you do that Arc City or Noble?
Yeah. Nostalgia Drags at Arc City.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Old Scout. In September,
Yeah,
that's the best time to go there. Got a lot of people and hoop and holler,
Absolutely.
tracks going out. It's going to be great. That's when
awesome.
their big race is coming up this year too. But
Yep.
so what ended up happening to that truck? You remember?
It got passed around like all the other ones did and disappeared after a while.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Tom's got a
Uh,
question. Go ahead, Gary.
Thomas Hendrickson says, when did you buy your first, what you consider real hot rod, and what was it?
I'm going to say it was probably the S10 was the first, more racy vehicle that I had.
Yeah, that was kind of he put that as kind of a three question for all three, and you got it.
Yeah.
When you bought it, what was it, and kind of when.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Now with the S10, did you just go out and do like time onlys, or did you bracket race it or anything, or?
Just mainly time onlys, and we did a lot of street racing over in the Stillwater area at that time.
Okay, was the truck kind of known for being fast back then?
Not really, but it
Okay.
wasn't considered slow either.
Sure, kind of in the middle there.
There were some pretty quick guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool stuff. Talking offline, you said you had some Fox bodies early on. What was your first Fox body?
In 1997, I bought a 89 coupe that had a 306 with a Vortex supercharger, and it was 5-speed car. Had a Tramac 3550 in it.
All right, on.
Pretty standard recipe.
Yeah. Little 5.0 starter kit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you take that to the track as well?
Yes, I did.
What kind of times you turn there?
I want to say it was around the 1180 range once I could figure out how to get it down the track clean.
Yeah, right on. Yeah.
Did you love the Fox bodies, or did you pursue buying a Fox body when you got that, or you just it was a good deal popped up, so you bought it and had some fun with it?
I was always a big fan of the Fox body. Always wanted one, and I really couldn't get one until I had enough money to get one, type of thing. And I've had several since that one, just because it's a car that I really like.
There you
I
go.
take a lot of crap for Fox bodies.
Belly buttons.
I really
Yeah.
do like them.
Yeah.
Yep. Same.
Yeah, everybody's got one.
Yep.
I'm in the same boat. Take a lot of crap for them. The first one I bought was an 89. It was an 82. I've had 6, and it's like we talked about. It's just, it kind of just, back then, Jason and Gary, like in that time, there wasn't anything out there for them. You know what I mean?
Thomas Hendrickson has a question for me and you, Rod.
Oh yeah.
He says, Gary and Rodney, what was your guys' first fast car?
Oh man, I don't. Oh, you want to go with that one first, Gary?
I probably had 2 at the same time. One was, I would consider kind of fast, and the other one was a little faster. I had an 88 Trans Am that doesn't sound fast, but it had a 150 shot of nitrous on it, and it'd run low 12s.
Nice.
And so this is like early '90s with that kind of setup, but it needed the nitrous to be a fast car.
Right.
I mean, back then in 12s was a fun car.
Yeah.
And I had a '74 Nova that had a 355 and a turbo 350. It was pretty much, I mean, it was a street car. It had a license plate and you could drive it on the street, and it run 1150s back then.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and in a little window of a few years here, I built another engine for it and ended up going 1070s at Topeka. But so yeah, and it still had the Trans Am at the same time, kind of farting with it, and yeah.
No, same. 93, I had an 85 Mustang and 302, and it had a little shot of nitrous on it. It went at 11 teens with the nitrous. It had AC, 5-speed. It's the only car I had. I had to work at Rusty Edge back and forth, And so if I smoked if I got some head gaskets or burned the clutch out, I was limping around or fixing it quick, But yeah.
Yep.
That's
you
funny.
You have to drive it to work, put it in the service bay, and fix it, and so you can get home.
That's it. Good. Yeah. Jason, what would you consider your first fast car? 275 type car.
Probably. Well, what do you consider fast? I guess.
Like to run small tire and to run the stuff we're doing back in the day.
Probably when I got the '78 Malibu, the orange car that I ran for 5 years. That car started off in the 520 range, and then I got it in the 470 range by the time I was done with it.
Nice. What kind of power plant was in that deal?
It was a big block Chevy nitrous deal.
Okay.
I had a 598 in it for a while, and then I went to the 582 to try to be class legal for X275, and pretty much when I pulled the trigger on that, everything went pretty bad after that, because it's hard to keep pistons in a short deck 582 when you're running it hard.
Oh, right on.
Tony knows that car. Tony Whitmore, he says the Pumpkin. He said it was a fun car to drive.
Right on.
Did they have it after? Did Kendall buy that from you, or did you get it from? You got it.
I had sold it, and then they bought it from. Yeah, I had sold it to Troy, and Troy sold it to Kendall, and I think Troy ended up back with it, and I don't know where it went from there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Kind of make their way around, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Thomas says, "Did you paint that, Jason?" He says the paint job looks great.
I did paint that car.
Okay. So you just mentioned the Malibu, and then that first Mustang. Was there some cars between there? Because I got Malibu pictures here. Was there anything?
Mm-hmm.
Is there stuff between there?
I had a Fox body. Yeah, I had a Fox body before the Malibu. That car went 560s with a small block Ford on nitrous. It was kind of a street car that I would try to attempt to race in small tire.
Was it a blue GT?
It was. It's the same color that my current car is now.
Is that it? Is this it?
Anything yet? Yes, that is it.
Okay.
Very
cool. This says Streetcar Takeover. I don't see what year. Does he see? It has a sticker like, is that Oklahoma True 10.5 sticker in the corner?
It is.
Big giant hood.
That's what that was going on
and
back
before
then.
that car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cool back in the day. I wouldn't have one of those now.
The
before
Malibu.
that car, I had a 68 Chevelle. and it had a 540 big block Chevrolet on nitrous as well.
Oh,
Okay. What kind of times was that car turning?
And that's back 890s. That's back whenever I got to go see my first Mako 10.5 race. I was hooked on small tire after that, and
Yeah.
I threw something together really quick, and that's kind of what I came up with. And at that time, I think you had to be in the 850, 860 range to be competitive,
Okay.
and that was like 2004 or 5, I believe.
Sounds about right.
yep, sounds about right.
That's when I had the white hatch.
Okay. Yeah, running mid eights there, huh?
860s, 850s.
Yeah. What was after this? Was the orange Malibu after this?
Yes.
Like that.
That's a good looking car there.
Yeah, that's where it started. That was
Is that
in the very
date right?
beginning.
Is that February of 13? Is that about the
That's
right?
before I. Yeah. Yep, that was in the very beginning of having that car.
Wow.
Thunder Valley. Good track. Ooh.
We know where that's at.
Yeah. That's quite the transformation there. It looks nice.
Yeah.
That's probably a Wichita
Car
Street
changed
Fights.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what.
What all did you do to it, Jason, when you got it? What all did you do? Paint? Wheels?
Paint, wheels, messed with the engine stuff quite a bit, suspension stuff. Just tried to make the car consistent and get it down the track. And at that time, I was racing in Wichita quite a bit, so I'd kind of set the car up to race there.
Yeah. Did you like racing in Wichita back in the day there, in that time frame?
I loved it. That was my favorite place to race back then.
Right on.
There's another one from Wichita. 2016.
Well, it's funny too because back then, in 16 is when I got the coupe, and I went to a race there, and I know you were there, and Wise and Aves and Tim Webb, and I was just getting back the hook. I had to take a little break myself, and I wanted to get back into it. And same deal like you were talking about when you went to the Mako race. You just get hooked again and start looking and went and found something. So, yeah.
Tony Whitmore says, my first rip in that car ever and first time ever racing at Tulsa, 1 a.m. back in 2017, he thinks, went 5:02 on a 26 8.5 at the throwdown. Dang.
Yeah, I did a lot of 8.5 tire racing in that car as well.
Okay.
At Thunder Valley, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Brian says we had some good times back then. Yep. Sure did.
Yeah,
I can have some good
it was the
times
best,
now.
and I think it was the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, me and Carrie has talked about that a lot. That's why I love this Titans of 10.5 series. To your point, it's the atmosphere. It's the people you're racing with, competitive of it, having the waffles. I mean, hanging out on the podcast. It's just a good time. What's Thomas saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas says, this is for everyone. Is the current car you guys have now the fastest cars you've ever been in? ? I know Jason had a race car talking about the Chevelle, but is the Fox faster now than that car was?
Oh, good question.
It's pretty close. I mean, considering that it's 400 pounds heavier than the Chevelle was. It's definitely making more power than the Chevelle was, but pretty close. I think I went a 60 flat in the Chevelle at 156, and I went a 66 at 156 in the Mustang.
Awesome.
So pretty
That's
close.
awesome. That is real close. What about you, Gary?
My my Mustang with the big block, it's just been 460s, 467, 168, kind of a dumb combo, but it's long gone. It's on to a different path in its little life now. So,
Yeah.
and 460s isn't going to cut it. It's not going to get it. Not every day, anyway. It'll need to go 450s.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say my current car is the fastest one I've had as well. So I think we're all kind of in that same area, you know.
Well, my goal is for it to run 450s all year and not eat itself alive, you know.
That's a
You know,
good goal. That's a good goal.
survive from March to November will be ideal.
Yeah. I think Jason and I have the same goal, you know.
Yes.
Load it up with oil pressure.
Yes.
That's it.
That's important.
Yeah. Very cool.
And your old motor rod, it loaded up with oil pressure many, many, many times.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It just hung in there with you. Lots
Yeah.
of trips.
That was a good piece.
We got some more Chevelle picks. We saw that one right. And this little burnout action.
Tulsa. Oh,
There's
look at
little
that.
wheels up. That's good. This looks like Thunder Valley.
Yeah.
Thunder Valley.
Is that
That's
the
a cool
26 tire or is that the 275?
That's a 275 there.
Okay.
And back then, racing at Thunder Valley was really good as well. Small tire racing was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember going down there racing the muffler shootouts back in the day and that sort of thing. Thunder Valley was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Good looking car, man. Oh, got the hood off.
Look at that. Big engine, a lot of nitrous.
Yeah.
This is 2016, April 2016.
See the car next to it?
I do. I know who that
Yeah.
is.
Is that Cracker? Or no, is that
No,
Stewie's?
That's Chris Stewart.
That's
yeah.
so Fairmont that Stewie had. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
And didn't it get crashed into at, where's it, Thunder Valley or here?
I'd forgotten. Yeah, it was Thunder Valley.
Was
And
okay?
no
I remember
prep
that.
race.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Fairmont. Troy says the Fairmont.
That's right, the Fairmont.
Yeah, that's right. Did that ruin that car? Did that total it? Was that the end of that car's life?
It was done after that.
Okay.
Yeah, because Justin McMurtry owned it at the time, and that's when he built the new car that he has now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael Nark says everyone knows red and blue AN lines means the car is fast.
But there's plenty of it.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of them lines, right?
I remember those, man. Yeah.
There's here we go. Holding the
Look at
check. Wichita Street Fight's another one. I don't see a date on this.
Looking for a date. Yeah.
Shout
I
out to
can't
Anthony Dawkins.
Oh yeah. He did a
Yeah.
bunch of those.
He did, and he did a good job too.
Awesome.
Here's another one with you winning. That's Thunder Valley. Looks like Stewie with you.
Yeah.
Yep. I was at Streetcar Takeover.
Okay.
I believe I won small tire that night.
Cool.
Charlie Hendrickson has a question, and we'll get to this in a little bit. He says, "What are the future plans for the Fox Body, Jason?" Don't answer that. We'll get there. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here's another one. You and your son in the orange
man,
car.
look at that. What year was that?
Little car seat.
Yeah.
Ooh, probably 2015 ish.
Yeah, that is awesome.
10 years.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Got a big Rob sticker on the window and a Mako sticker.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that is awesome.
Did your son like this stuff right away, like riding in the car, being around the hot rods and stuff? Did he dig it from the get-go?
Well, the first time I took him for a ride in the orange car, I made him cry, unfortunately. And it took him a while to get over that. And now he loves it.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
When I see you at the racetrack, he's right beside you, man. You guys make a good team there. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I won't go unless he's going most of the time.
Yeah.
Thomas Hendrickson says, ask Jason who's faster on a dirt bike, him or Casey. He says, I think Casey got him beat.
Depends what day it is.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think that is all of the orange Malibu stuff I found. What came next?
Chevelle.
Oh, well, let's see here. There's one.
Woo.
2017. Did you Chris Wilson owned this at one time, didn't he?
Yeah, I bought it from him.
And a guy named Craig Ampmeyer or something like that also, maybe he has it now.
He has it now, yes.
I'm probably butchered his last name, but it's a unique car. It's cool
right.
and it's fast.
It's a very nice car.
Yeah, very nice car.
Troy wants to know, did you ever make a pass in the Chevelle without the wheels in the air?
Not very often.
And you said the fastest was a 460 at 156?
Yes.
That's good. And that's
Yep.
a little LS turbo deal?
Yep.
Very cool.
Oh. Hang on. You sent this video and I forgot to grab it. I got it right here. But ding, 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 ding. Okay, this is I think this was labeled like a 300-foot wheelie. It's loading right now. Okay, Brian Wise says Jason McCulloch built that in Texas. Probably butchered his last name too. Okay, here's a 12-second video of this car in the air. Look like Clint Downs in the other lane.
It was. Yeah, the funny story with that video is that was the first day that I ever drove the car, and
Oh, geez.
I'd never driven a turbo car at that point. And the first thing that we did when we got to the track, Josh Gray and Chris Wilson had me change the pressure sensor on the wastegate because they said it was bad. So I did. And the car wouldn't make boost right every pass I made leading up to that pass. And we decided to go ahead and stick the original sensor back in it, thinking it wouldn't change anything or fix anything. And we had the front end loose and everything else. And apparently it fixed it. And then it did that out of nowhere.
Woo!
So it's kind of scary doing a wheelie like that in a car that you've barely even driven.
Right.
It's pretty scary.
Oh, man.
Super
Another-
nice looking Chevelle there, man.
Troy says Jason is probably the best at riding the wheelie I've seen. So much practice.
I've had a ton of practice and I've tore up a lot of front shocks trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Right. Here's a look under the hood. What was the turbo there? This is the air water intercooler and a single turbo. They lock up. There you are. What? You there, Jason?
There we go.
Oh,
Oh,
got a swirl there. Oh,
yeah,
there he is.
yeah. You got us now, Jason?
I'm back. I have you.
Okay. What was this combo? This air to water intercooler and single turbo deal?
Yeah, typical X275 stuff from at that time. It was a 400 cubic inch LS, all pro heads, 85 millimeter turbo on Q16. You know, pretty typical for back then.
Yeah. Here we go. This says Midwest Shootout Small Tire winner.
Yeah, it was a little race they put on at Tulsa back in 16, I think.
This is Thunder Valley, you and your son.
Yeah, it was a small tire race they had. I think I raced Bob Bells in the finals on that race.
Okay.
Around this time too, were the other cars competitive around that 460, 470 range, or?
I would say your top cars at that time were 450 cars.
Okay.
There were some cars that were touching the 40s, but you didn't see it very often because the track surface wasn't there for it.
Right.
But if you ran high 50s, low 60s, you had a chance.
Yep.
You go some rounds.
Yep. It's changed drastically since then.
Sure.
Yeah. That's all the pictures I got on this car. Unless there's anything else you want to tell us on this before the next one.
That was just a really good car, and the only reason why I decided to get rid of it was to kind of calm down on racing as much, and to have a car that you had to push up and push back was fairly complicated to have the help to do it every weekend. And I decided it was time to do something that was a little more simpler for a while.
Right.
Right on.
Thomas says, "Is that Chevelle the only car you didn't have to repaint?"
A lot of it got repainted because it had some
Oh,
body
wow.
damage whenever I bought it from Chris.
Oh, well, never know.
But I painted it. I painted it back the same color that it already was.
Sure.
Right. What came next after this Chevelle? I think I know.
Well,
Go
at
ahead.
that time, I decided I wanted to get into some more street car type stuff, more drag and drive type cars, and I bought a '63 Nova street car, twin turbo LS deal.
This.
Nice.
That's it.
That's a cool man. I was trying to remember you with this car, and I kind of do, kind of don't. Do you, Rod? Remember?
I remember
Well,
the Chevelle.
I didn't
But
get
I
out
don't
there.
remember.
What's that, Jason?
I didn't get out a whole lot with it, but I did race it very little, and decided it wasn't fast enough for what I was wanting to do.
What did it running?
It would run 850s at 160 in the quarter, 540s in the eighth. It had air conditioning, power brakes, power steering,
Man.
stereo. I mean, and I didn't want to ruin the car trying to make it fast, so I put it up for sale, and if somebody was willing to buy it, then I was going to let it go. But I didn't want to destroy the car trying to make it fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Was it an LS deal or?
Yeah, I had a big bore 5.3 deal in it.
Heck yeah.
Hey, there's one picture I
Nothing too
missed.
cool.
There's one picture I missed with the orange Malibu. I thought it was pretty interesting. Tell us what's going on here with this blower.
Well, I have a thing for streetcar stuff, and every now and again I start thinking I need a streetcar again, and I purchased that motor, it was a 540 with the late 71 on it, and I thought, man, this will be fun to just drive around and stuff. And honestly, that was pretty short lived. It went back to being a race car after that.
Oh man, did you go to the track with it or anything?
I never did because I could tell just by driving on the street it was slow, and I thought I can't do it. I don't want to know.
Fair
I don't
enough.
want to know how slow.
That's so funny.
The butt dyno said no.
Nah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Also,
Not gonna work.
Okay. So back to the Chevy 2. Yeah. Wait a second. It had a black top on it. It looks black on top here.
Yeah,
You painted that.
it is. I did.
paint not vinyl, huh?
Yeah, we did this. We did the same thing on Chris Stewart's Nova, and I thought,
Yeah.
I think I want to try that as well. So that's what I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the black.
Yeah, looks good.
Something to break it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Troy says that was a very neat car. It wasn't a Mustang. Wasn't a belly button.
Yeah.
And oh look, here it is doing a wheelie.
Yeah, that was another wheelie that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. 270.
It actually about drug the fitting off the fuel cell.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What came after this, and where did this car go?
It went to Minnesota. Guy from Minnesota hit me up about it, came down and drove it around, decided he wanted it, paid me, and I haven't seen it since. And then I still wanted to stay with something that was a street car, but I wanted to go a little bit faster. And that's when Chris Stewart and I found Varley's Mustang was for sale, and decided to go purchase that over in Kentucky. That car came from Kentucky.
Right on. Always had the small block Ford in it when you got it, that sort of thing. Just kept with that.
Yeah, it was an 8.2 deck, 347
Yeah.
when I purchased it.
Yeah. Seems to be the common thing. Same with mine. It had the deck 363. You know, it just kind of move along in the years, you know, as they want to go a little faster. I got that flat hood. That was always cool.
Yeah. Another wheelie.
Yeah, I did like the flat hood. Yeah. Yeah, it was the first time the car actually ran right when I bought it.
Right on.
How did this combo run?
The fastest I went with the 8.2 deck was a 478 at 148, and I think I went 740 at like 185 in the quarter.
Very
How how long did you have it before you got tired of the color and you made a change?
Well, when you have Carl Scott attacking you daily, I think it only took probably took about a month, and it was different color.
And you've got an advantage with the paint gun in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little easier for me to do a color change quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
You went black for a little bit, right?
I did because it was the easiest thing to do at the time because I could just pull the car apart real quick, scuff it, and shoot it, and not have to worry about color match or anything like that, and just throw it back together. So I went black and decided that black is too much work.
Yeah, definitely.
Sean McGee says, "Thank goodness Jason likes to go faster. That's how I got my 5-year-old 500 passes on a 363."
Dang. That was awesome.
Yeah, Sean got
I
one
think
of my old. Sean got one of my old ones.
Yep, he's using that to run like little gangster 530 stuff, I think.
He's the 550 champ.
Nice. Okay, it went black. Ba-dum-bum. I thought, let's see. Is that when it came out black or is that blue?
That is black, and that's
Okay.
right after I put it back.
Fresh out of the paint booth.
No kidding.
So what is the is this still the 363 combo in this?
It is.
Did a lot of streetcar takeover and that sort of thing with this, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wanting to do with the car when I bought it. Unfortunately, I had Derek Kelly to deal with on a every time I went to the track, he was there, and I was getting runner up, and that was it. No matter what. So
Yeah.
This flat hood looks good.
Yeah, it's good.
2020.
That 4-ride looks real good. Now we got
2022.
Twins. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that got a little. How'd we get to there? So there's-
back up one.
Yep.
You see what I see?
Yeah, I see Gary back there in the corner
Gary Putnam?
over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
With his little camera.
doing the video,
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
he's going live.
so here's
Yeah.
yes. This is May of 22 at Tulsa. There's twins on the car there, it looks like. You can see that headlight is gone. There's a turbo in there. And then to November at the
That's
end
when
of
I
the
went-
year, what's that?
That's when I went to the 9.5 deck 427.
Oh,
When
okay.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
And it gained a hood. Okay.
Yeah, kind of needed a hood after that.
Yeah. Fortunately.
Um,
Did it have a 400 in it at this time? The transmission?
Right in the beginning of putting the 9.5 deck in there, I was running a 400. I was trying to run a stock gear set, and it proved to be very complicated. So I switched to a Power Glide shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
Charlie Hendrickson says that car looked longer when it was black.
Probably did, especially with that wing out of the body shop there.
Yeah, you're right, Charlie.
It must be an inside story there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Derek Kelly, there you go. Derek and Chris, and I don't know who that fella is on your right. I see Swain's car back there behind you.
Yeah.
Leon Lewis. Yep.
Okay.
That was a fun night.
Where's this at?
That was Streetcar Takeover in Tulsa.
Okay. Tulsa.
In Tulsa.
So Derek probably won.
He did.
He's good at it.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. You are going to beat that guy.
Man. Make a tough day out of it.
Yeah.
So it's
The trick was to avoid him until the
Right.
finals.
Yeah. Yeah. To the very end.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's twin turbo 427 now. And why did it get a color change again?
I was bored with the black, and I had a little bit
'Cause you
extra
can.
time, and I felt like it was time. Yeah, well, because I can, and it just seemed like it was the right time to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, this was just last year. Remember that, Rod?
Yeah, you guys were there.
At Odessa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you handled the class pretty well that night.
Heck yeah.
That was a fun night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you run some low sevens that night?
I think I went some 20s in qualifying, and then during eliminations, I decided to just run it to about 1,000 foot and just roll through just to kind of save the car.
Yeah,
I actually had a bad header. Yeah. I was able to do that, luckily, but yeah, I took it easy on the motor that night.
Yeah.
Tony Whitmore says, thought if he painted it dark blue, it would help him win. Like Derek's car.
Yeah.
Didn't think about
Derek
that.
Kelly vibes. I mean, it
Yeah.
works.
There you go. It's Derek Kelly blue. That's a good plan.
Great picture.
Is Thunder Valley winning?
Yeah. I think I raced the 470 class that day.
Okay. That's a good way to save parts.
What kind of cars were in there with that class on the 470? A lot of big tire stuff, or
Mostly big tire stuff, and it makes it where you have to be very, very consistent, and you have to be very on, because those guys are going to be right on the money.
I figured that.
Yeah.
And the track was hot and greasy that day too, so it made it very challenging to get down the track for me until the sun went down.
Right.
This is 2023 Buick versus Ford shootout, Team Ford top qualifier.
Yeah.
How fast
That's
did you
one
go?
race that I really enjoyed doing. The 720s.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly.
I snagged a picture. You had these time slips posted. You got 2 time slips here with 720s at 190.
Yep.
You think it'll go 6s?
I think it would take some fairly expensive changes to get it there.
Okay.
And I think that's the reason why I decided to go ahead and set the car up for 8th mile instead of trying to chase the 6.
Right. And here's another. This was 2022 Team Ford #1 qualifiers. So that was 2 years in a row, right? 22 and 23.
I think I had 3 of them.
3.
Wow. They're probably tired of seeing you come through the parking lot.
Probably.
This is King of the Open Road winner, streetcar shootout. Tell us about this. This is pretty recent, isn't it?
I think it was a year or so ago.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do a drag and drive type event, one that didn't take a whole week to do.
Yeah.
So that was very appealing to me because it was a weekend deal, and friends of mine had already done that race and they really enjoyed it, and I thought it would be fun to go try it, and it really was. It was like 240-mile drive on one day, and Brian Wise and Shannon Wise were there, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Cool.
What class did you enter? Did you have an 1/8 mile class or a 1/4 mile class?
It was a 1/4 mile class. I want to say they had like an outlaw, and then the class below that was the streetcar class. I don't remember what they called it exactly, but I had the fastest overall time for the weekend.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
And I won my class.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hold up.
Oh, this goes back a little bit. But do you remember this? LSX versus the World, like this probably 2019-ish. I saw this on your Facebook page. I'm like, man, Rodney's on there. I'm on there. Linkers, Camaro, and Brian Wise. Yeah.
Good time.
That was a cool event.
I think that was 19 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, dang, I'm on the flyer. Woo-wee. Jeez, man. And Rod, you'd had your car, just a little over a year at this point?
Couple. If it's 19, that's pretty hard in 17.
It's changed a lot since then, hasn't it?
That's the A2 days. There's a few cars I see on there that are not around as well.
Yeah.
We'll see if that comes back.
Yeah, that was a cool deal.
LS versus the Word deal.
Yeah. This is a cool picture, you and your son.
Yeah, that was in Odessa, streetcar takeover a year ago.
Okay. Out on the street cruise, the class?
We were on the – yes. Yep.
Cool. This is 2019. A little older picture. Doesn't have, the twins with the headlights, and it's black. But that was a cool picture.
Flat hood, 8.2 deck days.
Yep.
8.2 deck.
Looks good.
Arc City.
Yep.
Track was really good that day.
October 19.
Heck yeah.
That might have been. Was that LSX versus the World date?
It sounds
maybe.
No.
No.
I think they were having some kind of small tire race that day.
Okay.
I've got 4 pictures of motorcycle stuff. Tell us about your motorcycle racing.
We don't compete a lot, but we definitely go ride pretty much every weekend. It's just something that him and I can do together, and one of these days soon he's probably going to disown me and not want to. He's not going to be too cool for me to hang out with me anymore, and so I try to take him riding pretty much every weekend, and then if one of the local races is having something, we'll go try to race that.
That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah, great story. Like you said, take every minute you can get. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's about over.
How long has he been on a bike? I seen a picture like on a little bitty bike in some dirt. So he's been doing it a while.
He has been doing it since he was about 6 or 7. He really never got into it until I put him on the bigger bike. And so now, like for probably a year straight, we ride every weekend because that's what he wants to do.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Like even when we did the last race at Arc City, I think we finished and got home about 4:30 a.m. And I know you guys were there late too.
Yeah.
But we were back up at 8:30 in the morning and went and rode that day with no sleep.
Gee. Man,
That's awesome.
I don't think I was up at 8:30 that day.
Yeah.
For sure not.
I didn't want to be. I can tell you.
Is this, are you giving him some coaching here?
Probably.
Or trying?
Tell him to stay off
Yeah.
stay off the ground is what I'm telling him.
Wheels up. Were you into dirt bikes when you were his age, or did you get into it after he was?
I was. I've always really enjoyed it, and I think when I was a kid, I didn't have the money to really pursue it the way I do now.
Sure.
So I try to take advantage of that now. But unfortunately, I'm 45 years old, and it's a lot rougher on me now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure.
I'll just stay on my scooter.
Oh, I know. Have you got any broken bones from riding?
Luckily, I've only had one, and that's a broken collarbone.
Mm.
So, been
How
pretty
about your
fortunate
son?
there. He's been pretty lucky too so far.
Good.
I'm waiting for the day that something happens, but so far so good.
Yeah, good.
Well, hopefully it's not tomorrow after we talked about it tonight. Man, Ginger.
Yeah, I try not to talk about it too much.
Yeah, don't bring it up. Move on. Next story.
Yeah. Is that you flying through the air?
Yeah, that's been a while ago, but yeah, that's like 2016 probably.
You got a place local you can get to?
There are some tracks that are fairly local. Most of them aren't open on a regular basis, so we generally have to travel 2 hours each way to go ride every weekend, which is
Wow.
getting old. But I still do it just because I know my time with him is pretty limited. So
Yeah.
we just do it.
You guys ever race up beside the Wichita racetrack at the Bar to Bar, I think it's called? Yeah, there's a dirt track
I've
next
never
door.
raced there before.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm familiar with the track. I've never raced there before.
Matt says 252 miles on my scooter today. Dang. I need a recharge. Here's another kind of racing pick.
Is he in an age class where he's racing?
It's based on his skill level. I'm age group class because I'm old, but
You're old.
his is based on skill level. Yeah.
Okay.
Race the old man class.
Yeah.
So with what you have to race because you're old and your age, are you bike limited? Is there a certain size bike you have to ride?
You can ride anything
Oh.
you want.
Okay. Wow. Whatever you're brave enough to strap onto, huh?
That's basically it. Yep.
I'll pass on that.
Get on.
My scooter goes 8 mile per hours. It's good.
8.
8. Yes.
I wasn't getting the air he was getting either, I'm assuming.
Nope. I'm not interested in that at all. No.
Well, that's what Troy Hayes is saying. He's always wheels up, you know?
That's right. Yeah. Well, that pretty much covers what we have for. We got one little thing to jump into. Just, your past cars and racing and Mustangs and a little bit of motorcycle racing, you and your son. There's one other thing to cover and
I can
lead it
kick
off.
I get
however you want to handle it. Yeah,
I
Rod.
got. I don't. Is this the complaint department, or is that
It,
you, Gary? Are you the
it
complaint
could be.
department? Yeah.
Am I the complaint department?
No. Yeah. Are you receiving the complaints? I got a complaint.
You got a complaint?
Yeah. Well, what it about a month ago, 3 weeks ago? You jump on this team LS or something. I remember right. I saw this shirt. You're all proud of. You had a quick magic marker and some other stuff. I think it was on the show where Larry Hunt and Al were on, right? You want is that? Do you remember that?
I remember. I forgot to pull them pictures up here. Dang, that's not it either.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember.
I think other people remember it too. Team LS, team. What was it like? Small block Ford killer or something? You remember what it said? Or Hunter? Small block Ford Hunter? I don't know. You had a high end designer obviously make it.
Is that it?
That's it right there. Team show me speed. Small block Ford Hunters. Yes. All right. Let's see what you're wearing today.
You're gonna like this.
Let me see it. You got it inside out?
No.
Yeah. Yes, I see the LSX. Well, with that being said, since you jumped on team Show Me Speed, the LS guys, so let's think about it. It's you.
Hey,
yo.
That's where I got this shirt. It was from Shoat at Mocan.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You guys sleeping together, wearing each other's shirts. You got the same lifters. I guess you'll be fitting with him now.
Well, I was back at his trailer talking to him at Mocan, and he goes, "Hey, I got something for you."
Are you interrupting the complaint department now?
Yeah, a little. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to say where this came from.
I don't care about your shirt.
No, but he gave it to me.
Yeah, I know.
He gave it to me to rub you with it.
And you did. So you did it. So it's you and shirt, right?
Well, I mean, he gave me a shirt, so I guess he wants me on his team.
All right, that's fine. You just go be with Mr. Show. And so it'd be you and Show and
next time you want something welded.
What else? Who else is with you? Babyface?
Brian Babyface. God, LS. Ray Parsons.
Ray? Yeah. Too bad Troy didn't have an LS. He could be on your team too if he wanted to race.
I know, man. Maybe it's too late. Oh,
Thomas is in.
Yeah, Thomas is count me in. Yeah, there you go.
You remember, was it last week or a week before? I was telling you somebody wants to go limited racing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and I didn't figure it out.
No. Was it Doug Perry that asked if it was a Mustang? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah. Well, so I'm happy to say that the guy that we have on the show right now was the guy that's going limited racing.
Woo!
So you want to talk about it, Jason? Because Jason and I, he reached out, he asked me a couple questions, sure. and so go ahead, Jason.
And I got some pictures.
Are you Team Ford, Jason? Is that right?
I am Team Ford.
So it's me and Jason.
That's the only way to run.
I know. I hear you. But so it's Frost. Who else? Spaniac, Tyler, Corey Anderson. Yep. Go ahead, Jason. Sorry for cutting you off there.
Oh, you're good. I think that's the only way to race a Fox Bodies with a Ford engine, right?
I know. My car don't wear any dresses. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Jason.
Well, it seems like the popular way to go now. I mean, that seems to be the class that's going to take off, and I wanted to be a part of it.
That is awesome. So you said you bought some parts. You were showing those to me and Gary. What did you end up doing? unless you don't want to share.
No, it's fine. It's nothing special, but just trying to be class legal. I just wanted to make sure the car was legal to race the class for the Titan
Jason?
stuff mainly. Yeah.
The picture you sent me, can I show it or no?
Sure.
Bam.
Man,
You
love
called,
that.
you called this the limited 275 starter pack.
That's right. Starter pack.
Starter.
It's not too special, but it'd be enough to look like I belong there.
Heck yeah,
It looks-
man.
Yeah. It looks like a gear change with a motive gear box and a box from Sonex
Yeah.
and a
Transmission part.
TDI. Yep. At least one turbo sitting there.
Yeah,
Looks like two, maybe.
there's two there.
Yeah. You're going to have fun in limited. It's nice, real competitive, great atmosphere. It's kind of like what you were talking about before at Wichita back in the day. You know, like we were talking about offline, just the camaraderie and you're definitely going to go rounds and win some races. So it's exciting to see you do this, man. I'm excited for it. It's a great class. It's just going to continue to grow, and so, but yeah.
Hopefully you like bacon and waffles on a Friday night.
Whoop, whoop.
On any night.
Yeah.
Yes, good. You'll fit in perfect.
Yeah. I think everybody knows we're.
Thomas Hendrickson says you got to handicap those Fox bodies by putting a Ford motor in it.
There you go.
Jeez.
Yeah. I never heard that.
Yeah. I haven't either.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah, that would be awesome.
yeah. Excited for you to come out. Do you what's
I'm
your
looking
plan
forward
as
to
far as doing the upgrades and everything? When what's your time frame?
I dropped the transmission off this morning with Kevin Booker to install the gear set. I'm going to pull the rear end apart this week and get the gear swapped. I am currently building another set of doors for the car to lose a little bit of weight. I think I've got about 150 pounds out of the car so far, which I'm going to have to try to even be close to being competitive. And just need to swap the turbos out. And
what did your car weigh before, Jason, before starting this? If you want to say.
the street now it's 3,380 pounds with me in it,
Woo,
which is I feel like
terrible.
pretty heavy for a Fox body.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get as much weight out of it as I can, just to make it a little bit easier on myself.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm doing the same. Yeah,
No,
Thomas.
LS.
What?
I thought you said you were doing the same.
Oh, yeah, whatever. You got me. Thomas says, is the car going to be ready for the next Titans race, which is August 8th and 9th in 3 weeks?
I believe that it will be. I'm actually going to try to be done a week before that and go to Thunder Valley. Corey Anderson hit me up a couple days ago about doing a race that they're having at their midnight event. I think on the 26th or 27th, I can't remember. So I'm going to try to make that just to get some testing in and make sure the car will actually go down the track. And then I'll decide if I'm going to make that race.
That's a good idea.
Good plan.
And you just mentioned Corey, another great racer there. And do you know Tyler as well? Is that from your area or? Jason, did you hear me? Do you know Tyler? What's his last name? Gary Robinson?
Robinson.
He might be froze. I think his eyes
He
are
locked
frozen.
up. He locked up. Or he fell asleep.
What's the last name?
Robinson. It's got that blue notch with the 9.5 deck.
Okay. I know who he is. I've never actually met him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really met the guy that much. I've seen him at the track a few times, but I never really spoke to him.
He came to Arc
But I
City at
know
the last
Corey
little
fairly
race.
well.
Sorry.
Yes, he
He
was
came to,
pitted next to me on that Friday
yeah.
night.
Yeah. So nice guy. Needed some CO2. I had an extra bottle, so it all worked out.
Right.
Yep. Cool. That's awesome. You're going to be in the unlimited
Yeah.
class. That's really cool.
Super excited about this. Like, I thought I did pretty well holding my tongue, not telling Gary that night. And then I know you sent some pictures to us, and we just trying to come on here and have some fun for everybody, just because, you know, Jason is kind of coming this way and wants to race with the Titans and doing the old limited 275. It's going to be great.
Yep.
And, you know, it's like we always say, get in where you fit in. And so he's making a few adjustments, and he's going to be a major player. So it's just good to see.
Yeah. His car is already.
But there's a lot of pro mods out there, so it's going to be tough.
Well, I guess those cars got to run the 26 tire.
Right. You're right.
Because there is.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's some, so that's why they call it, you know, limited 275 versus OL 8.5. Now I'm talking Titans here, but there'll be some, you know, cars that have big blocks and Pro Chargers and stuff, but they got to get down on that 26. And even show he has a aftermarket floor and firewall, so he's got to put a 26 on too, which, you know, it's all about getting down A to B. So power management. So, but no, it's really cool.
Yes. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing this change that you're going to do, man. Thanks for sharing that with us, Jason, and letting us have fun with it on the show.
Yeah. No, good time. Good time. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So this is the part of the show where we're talking about, like, want to give the spotlight back to you and anybody you want to thank along the way, you know, your racing career and that sort of thing. Sponsors, friends, family, whatever. The platform's yours.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank Fast XFI and Carl Scott, all the years of motivation. Clint Sadowski, same. I've had a lot of help over the years from Troy Scott, so I have to thank him for sure. Girlfriend's helped a lot too over the years, so I have to thank her. And my son for being a part of it too. So and that's basically it.
Oh, nice. Well said. How old's your son now?
We're just trying to have. He is 15.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
When does he want a race car?
Hopefully never, is what I'm hoping, but I want to put him in my car.
Yeah.
I think I'd have more fun if he was driving my car than if I was driving my car.
Yeah. I want to share something. You know, I was lucky enough to be able to go on the cruise with Jason at the little Wichita limited, unlimited that Ken put on. And during that time, Jason talked about that. He talked about, you know, if in a few years, you know, maybe his son would drive the car, you know, kind of slow it down a little bit, let him get used to things. And he just said he'd have more fun kind of, you know, helping being crew chief and watching him go down the track. So it'll be interesting to see how that transitions coming through the 2 to 5 years or whatever. Yeah, good stuff.
Tim Webb says, can it be the radial 26-inch tire? Yes.
Yeah. And that's what Shote runs. He runs the radial 26 tire. Help me out, Gary. Is it Jason? Lance?
Lance Mason.
Lance Mason.
Yep.
He had a 26 slick.
Yep.
Yeah. So a lot of variety there. And so, a good question, Tim. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think more 26s will kind of come over. You know what I mean?
Get you some really 26, Tim. Yeah. 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 It is. Be cool to see Tim.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Great job. Great job. But yeah, thanks for coming on, playing along. I think everybody knows Gary and I were just trying to have some fun with Jason's announcement. We made the little skit up about LS versus Ford and that sort of thing. And Jason said he'd play along. So, but yeah, it was a good time. Always like seeing Jason at the track. No one has ever said anything bad about Jason. Like even when, you see him around, they love the car. What's that? You got a story? Yeah.
You got some haters?
I'm going to keep it to myself.
All right. Keep it to yourself. But yeah.
That's okay, though.
But super nice car, super clean. The thing's always clean and nice. Obviously, you're by your trait. But yeah, I just love seeing that thing go down the track. It's really good. We've got to race a few times. We've had some fun. And
yeah.
But yeah. Do you remember we you tattooed me in the Chevelle back in, I think, 16 or 17 at Wichita?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good time, man. Oh, that car was so cool, man.
It's going to be a lot harder now.
Yeah, well, I think we're 1-1, right?
Well, you got me. Yeah, you got me in Arc City when I did limited that one time.
Yeah, 1-1. So it's all good, but yeah, always a good time having fun.
Tim was asking about the tire, and he's talking about Chris's car, Chris's white Malibu, his brother Chris. I forgot about that. Yes, Tim, that'd be awesome.
That was a small block Chevy Pro Charger deal, right, Gary?
Yeah, yep.
Too.
And it was on the little tires when it ran too.
Yeah, that's right, because it was at a Tulsa race, Titans, a few years back, and he was running that 26 class. And that's basically what they did. I don't know if you know that, Jason. Basically, they just combined the two classes to try to get the car count up a little bit. And, yeah, so.
I think that was a good idea.
It seems to have the most car count so far, at the events. So we'll see.
And it's going to grow.
It is. This is the first year. You hear about cars coming out, because did Ray Parsons say he'll have his first gen ready at the next race as well? He's been driving the Fairmont. Excuse me, I'll get it out. The Fairmont, and then like yourself, Flowers, and if Corey comes over, or Tyler, or just anybody else wants to get in, be a good car count.
It'd be cool. I love it.
Cool. Well, how's your comments looking? You got any more pictures, or are you feeling pretty good?
Hey, Gary, when'd you go?
Next year. I hope.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the you're ready for final assembly, right? You did all the parts come in. You were just waiting on the balancer, right?
Yep. The engine, we've got all the parts.
Yeah.
I suppose it'll hit the dyno within the next 30 days, I would guess. Not like I need an engine right now. So, but the engine's just about done. And Keith is doing some tub work in the back, trying to lose some weight, just like you're wanting to do, Jason. Just got to get some weight out of the heavy car.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be stuck in paint jail. I can't control that. You can control your paint problems, but so then when I get it back, I got a lot of work to do. So
yeah,
it'll be a big winter project.
You got the headers built, right, already?
They're tacked. They're not welded together. They're sitting in a plastic tub over there on the shelf.
Then you still got to make your hot side, right?
Yeah. Pretty much mount everything. There's, so I just kicked it out of here to get going on other stuff, and so that's fine. It'll be okay.
Oh yeah, and it's going to look super nice once you get it all done, especially how you'll put everything in there, weld it up, all look good. With the updated panels and the paint, the new wheels you got, and the tubs, and it's going to be cool.
Get it freshened up. Paint hasn't been touched since 2013. It's never been buffed. It's never. So I don't take care of my stuff. It's kind of rough looking. It's a 20-footer, so. But it'll get freshened up, tip top shape.
Yeah.
So.
You got the new welds.
I used to be so jealous of Gary. drive to the track. Back in the small tire days at Wichita, he'd drive that thing to the track. I'd be so jealous.
Heck yeah.
I still want to be able to do that if I want to or need to. So that's
Yeah.
still a
I think
not a goal, or it's just that if I can't drive it, then I don't want it. It's funner that way.
right. I agree.
Yep. Fun stuff. Yep. Well, I think we're about wrapped up. What do you got, Rod? Anything else?
No, sounds good. Sounds good. I appreciate Jason coming on. Great job, Gary, with the show as always, and have a good time. And we'll just circle back there. I got to go out of country for a minute, so we'll come back with you later.
Yep. And with that, we won't have a show next weekend. So just putting that out. Rod will be gone. I will not do this by myself. So no show.
Yeah, and we'll have some plans when they come back on. So that'll be the 27th, and so we got a good plan coming together. And of course, we'll be getting ready for Titans and that sort of thing. But we appreciate everybody coming on, joining in, having some fun with us and Jason. Learn about Jason, all his cool stuff, his racing, his body shop, his motocross. So always a good time.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Jason, thank you.
Good night. See you soon.
See you, Jason. Good night, Jason.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ow.
Man, you made a good point. He controls his own destiny with the paint and body.
Yes.
And it's like you with your welding, and how you did my car in those days. I look at that and be scratching my head, and oh my goodness, it's just awesome. He had a lot of nice cars, and be honest with you, like I said, I didn't want to, talk over him too much. The first time I met him was when he had the Chevelle, and I think I told the story before, but in 16, went back out to Wichita and just looked around, and like I said, I think Wise had the Malibu back then, the white one.
Oh yeah.
That Chevelle was there. Tim Webb was there in a blue Malibu.
Yep.
Whitmore was there in something, maybe the Red Nova or something.
Right.
But yeah, that gave me the itch again, because I sat out for just a little bit. But yeah, good time, man.
Yeah, some of them events back then had really good car counts.
They really did, and he was kind of doing his thing hot and heavy when like the X275 throwdown at T-Town was going on. I remember going there just trying to qualify. You know what I mean? There was cars deep. Shane Fisher running 40s, and you're just like, whoa, man, that's awesome. Jeez. Yeah. Of course, it's a block for it, so it doesn't surprise me. But,
standard just comes that way.
Yeah. But no, it's good stuff. No, good job, especially with that little extra hiccup you were fighting over there with those pictures with the old StreamYard, having their little folder issue that you were dealing with. So,
that was terrible. I don't like that at all.
You made it look easy. I know you're over there clicking along.
Until they fix that, it's going to be a difficult time to manage the pictures.
Sure.
You can put them in order as you load them, but I'll load stuff on Thursday or not, like a Friday or a Saturday. Well, sometimes if something comes in late on Sunday afternoon, and it always does, we're always looking for stuff to have, and you load them, well, then it's not in order. It's just a mess. So hopefully they fix it pretty quick.
Well, it sounds like you were saying they were getting some good feedback to do something. So hopefully they'll see that wasn't a good idea.
And how they would have made the change to where you can't move that stuff around just blows me away that didn't get to be part of the feature. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah. Doug Perry talking about that orange Malibu again. I that was a pretty cool car too. I don't remember seeing it in person, but just those pictures and stuff, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I remember coming out here a few times to Wichita with it, and like the pictures showed, the big trophies.
Yeah.
And take home the money.
Well, he must know what he's doing because like there was several different winner's circle pictures in several different cars. Which
Yeah.
says a lot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so that's
Right.
pretty cool too. But yeah, no, yeah. When he reached out to me, I knew. Well, first of all, I had something he didn't know about, so that's like one in a million, right? It's usually
Right.
the other way, where
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
everything. And but yeah, so it's going to be fun, man, having him at the track with us, and yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff.
And Tim Webb chiming in, with
Yeah,
Chris's car, put the tires on, let's go.
heck yeah, man. Hopefully he's got that thing about back together there. That's a small Chevy with a Pro Charger, I believe, the white one.
Yep.
But it's a good class, man. Have some fun. So yeah. I knew
Yep.
of a third gen with nitrous on it. The guy had a third gen with some nitrous on it. It'd be fit right in this class that we have now.
Yeah, I
But
know the guy you're talking about.
yeah, no, it
He's
was
probably
fast.
listening right now too.
Might be. It was fast. It's all right.
It was winning white, wasn't it?
It was. It was. That's interesting. You said that. I did not think of that until you just said that. But yeah, he was. He was in some winner circle pictures. So
Yep.
yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's funny.
Doug says, I get waffles and bacon for guessing the car.
Yeah, he knew. Doug knew. That's
Load
great.
your car up and just, let's go.
Yeah, that's funny because he knew it was a Mustang. I didn't know if he knew it was flowers, but
Yeah,
that's awesome. Cool.
that's funny.
All right,
Good stuff.
Gary, you ready to call it?
Yep, I'm ready to call her.
I'll go pack my bag. Get ready to go to Germany.
Man, I saw Ginger there a while ago earlier.
Oh
She
yeah,
was
she's hanging out with me in here.
she had to
Being
stick her
all
nose in. It's like,
I
what's
know.
going on out there?
Yeah,
What's going on?
she's like,
You talking to them guys in that box again?
exactly. Oh, that's good stuff.
She said, scratch my belly. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Man, when I came over yesterday, Bear met me out in the driveway. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
came on up. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even see me.
Yeah.
He just walked on by.
Oh yeah, he don't
Yeah,
care about
Brian.
you. Yeah.
Love you guys too.
know,
Brian
man.
knows.
Ryan knows. Ryan knows.
Brian knows what white car we're talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Good
Winning
show,
white.
guys.
I'm gonna remember
Winning
that.
white.
Yeah.
Doug says, good show, guys. Thanks, Doug.
Thank you, Doug. Man, look at Doug's little thing. Got the American flag going there.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Well,
I'm ready to
hopefully
jet.
by the time we get back on, we'll know something from Troy Aves. Little
Oh,
update.
for sure. Yes, that's right. That's a
God,
pretty good time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Should be some hot pictures floating around by then.
One would hope. One would hope.
Yes, we will demand it.
Yes. Yeah. Secret Service.
Yes. Oh, Doug says, I'm about to get a Suburban motor like Gary.
Oh, put a little turbo on a Suburban motor.
Well, little 305 Suburban motor. I hear they're real good.
Oh yeah.
Troy, I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever, Troy.
Oh, come on now. Come on, Troy. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep.
All right, bud. Well, ready to put them up?
Yep. Let me. Oh. I got to get the right button here.
Get it up there. Get the button.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. Nice.
Whoa.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. Well, have a good night, Gary.
Good
Get
job
up,
to you.
Gary.
I'm so glad to hear your engine run and
Oh, my goodness.
just whew, what a relief. Okay.
I couldn't have done it without you, man, for real.
Man, I'm glad I have a little bit of skill to help out.
Oh,
So-
you got all the skill.
Mhm.
All the skill. Yeah. Make it look easy. Make it
Yeah,
look
it is. Gets
Yeah.
myself in trouble too. See, I got this problem right here.
easy.
It causes problems right there.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Doug. I will.
One more.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Have a great week, guys, and safe trip, Rod.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Have a good week, Doug, and we will see everybody after next week.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks again, Gary. Good
All right.
job, buddy.
Thanks, Rod. Good night, everybody. We'll see you later. Wrong button.